What am I screaming for? I'm not Donald. But today we'll be reviewing the Barbarian Booster by Mezcotoyz. Okay. Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? Today, yes, we'll be reviewing not this guy, but the Barbarian Booster expansion pack for your Conan the Barbarian figures. Here's the Conqueror, and this is the Conqueror's body. And just a quick note, as you can, if you're an owner of this figure and had to heat this up, I did had to heat up his biceps there. And basically, if you did this, you had to take this apart, and you kind of saw what what Mezco's kind of doing in there. And as you can see real up close, there's two discs there, right? And in one of the discs is the little peg that connects into like this goes down in a tube in here, and the little peg connects into there. And connecting that little peg to this disc is like the tiniest, thinnest, like my thumbnail thin plastic attaching it. And I'm like, geez, that's all that's holding this together. So it makes me a little nervous. I mean, it is sturdy, it is strong, it does work, but after taking it apart, and I noticed the discs up here, that might be some of the problems with some of the articulation, because the legs are perfect and fine, but they're also double jointed, and those look pretty good for double joints. So hopefully, maybe for King Conan, they did tease they're going to do King Conan. Maybe they can swap the arms out like they did for the Death Dealer, which was sweet. You know, we have those double joints. But yeah, they definitely need to switch, because that makes me super nervous. Like, geez, that snaps and it's done. But this is a great body nonetheless. I mean, just, they don't need to change anything. Just swap out the arms, like right there. Like, that's it. Or with the double joints. I mean, I don't know how it connects. I'm assuming it might be the same, but these have been okay. But yeah, that just a little note on that. Don't want to harp too much on that. But anyways, this figure, as you can see, again, is fantastic. Has great articulation. As you can see, he's kind of buck naked right now. So we'll kind of switch his heads. Here, let's switch the heads up first. Or actually, let's take the head off. Let's play dress up with him, honestly, because he comes with a lot of clothing items. So we'll get him dressed up, then we'll get him armored up, and then we'll throw a head on there. We'll just play along as we go. So he comes with a couple of these straps, right, in the set, and these are great. Like, they have rivets. They don't have like the buckle, but they slide on well and stay. And they give you like little, here, I already put them through there, but they give you little pouches, which is like really, really good. Like, this is like, if you've ever been to like a Renaissance fair or medieval times or something like that, and you see like the crafts work, or more like at a Ren fair, they'll have like leather shops and armorers there, and they make these armors and leathers like back how they would do it in these like medieval and, you know, King Arthur times or whatever. So yeah, and this is like pretty spot on, like pretty much how, especially the belt, I'm like super impressed, and this will go. But I'm not going to put these on him. I have another idea who these can go to. Here, come a little closer, I'll tell you the secret. These are going to look great for guts. Okay. Yeah, from Berserk. But anyway, I usually buy these and Mythic Legions to go with Berserk. I kind of grow that, because there's a criminal amount of figures and stuff for that line. But yeah, these are pretty good. And then he comes with this, so it's got a little something on there, this little tunic, which, you know what, we'll try and pop this on. Does it go that way, or does it go this way? I think this is the back and this is the front. Get him dressed. Nice. So I don't even have to pop the hands off, really. But I could just like cut away, do this off camera, and, you know, just pop back with it on. But I feel like it's important to show with this kind of booster box, you know, item, how's it go on? How's it work? It's going to be hard. You have to like pop off arms or something, but no, you don't. Let's see. Oh, it's not going on. It's getting a little bunched in there. doesn't look too bad opened. It's just that that's a little unsightly. So try and close that up. The Velcro. It's a little tight, Oh, it's not coming out well. Well, tell me, I do have to do the off-camera thing. Oh, I hate that. I hate that. Is it getting bunched up in here? Well, this is some of the problems you might run into, you know? I mean, you don't watch me struggle with it, that's fine, but let me put him down and try and close it. I'm just trying to do this over the camera. Yeah. Well, it's not closing too well over it. It might just be me. It might be the way I'm doing it, or it might be... Oh, actually, it's closing a little better. I think it's me. There we go. Let's pop King Conan on there. This is again an example. Like, these would go on like that, or like go across. I think it'd go better across the waist there. Yeah, it looks really good. I almost spent all day messing around with it, but we'll get one of the new heads on there, and then we'll swap to another one. Let's get this guy. Get a double, like now he's a whole different figure. But I got a little, you can't see these off camera, but on the camera it's like, look at these hairs, look at these microfibers everywhere. But yeah, is that coming off here? Might be. I had this resting on his cloak, so I'm not too sure, but very well done nonetheless. I mean, if it doesn't fit on this figure, like I said, you can put these to other figures. I notice a lot of people are doing that, or buying Mezco booster packs, or Mezcos in general, and using their cloth goods on other figures and lines, and it's just like elevating them so much. Like Mezco clothing on a Figure Arts or a Mafex, like, oh, it's just elevates it that much, and it really makes a difference. Really makes a difference. But his head doesn't really, because of the hair, it's not really staying on there. I mean, it's on there, but yeah, you move it around a bit, it pops right off. Let's take a look at that head sculpt. I think this is the Baron Benz, the exclusive one, the all black version, lava, I'm forgetting his name, tectonic version of Baron Benz. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's this head sculpt. But it reuses really, really well, really well. Let's move on to his next garment here. I guess this is the last one, really. So we got two belts, the tunic, and this really nice cloak. And this is, they all feel, everything feels quality. Like this feels like real leather quality. I don't know, I doubt it's real leather, but it feels, you know, pleather at least. This is good quality. It doesn't feel like I'm gonna tear it, you know what I mean? Everything is top notch. Stitching, like the stitch work on that is ridiculous. So, you know, that's definitely pretty good. Here, let's pop this on here. Let's pop them on here. Over the shoulders. Boom, all right. All right, it's coming together a little bit, a little better there. Yeah, now it's like, again, another figure now. He's like the head barbarian, chieftain barbarian. Let's pop on this real quick, and we'll try the next head sculpt. And not bad. Not bad at all. Like, everything, everything works. All right, last head sculpt. I know where this came from. This is the unmasked head sculpt of, and you can check it out in my older videos on the playlist. Oh my God, I'm forgetting his name. KG Beast. The unmasked KG Beast. Wow, those green eyes. Really popping. Off camera, it's like, he's like, wow. That's really good here. There you go. That's kind of capturing it right there. Really sweet. Really good reuse. If you could cleverly reuse a piece, you know, I'm fine for it, but it can't be obvious, you know. I mean, this one's a little obvious, but they did a good job. They did a really good job. I kind of like this one a little bit better than this. This is more of a Barbarian, but that seems more like a cannibal Game of Thrones esque. Oh, here it comes with the sword and the sheath here, the nice leather sheath that also can fit on one of these, which I think I might do later on. I won't struggle with that right now, but the nice, was it saber, halberd? Don't know too many of the sword names, but nicked and scarred. And it feels good quality. It's thin, but it doesn't feel too flimsy. You know what I mean? But this one, he holds a little loose, but it's only because it like swings like that, but it's not going to fall out of his hand. Maybe like a pirate. This is more like give me a pirate kind of thing. All right, let's go to the next one. The mace. And let's have him hold it and then show it off. Boom. There, not bad. Wow, I like the weathering on that. I like the weathering a lot. Like what Mythic Legions used to do. And don't get me wrong, I really do like them. I was knocking Mythic Legions a little bit in the last video, but they do really do good stuff. Next is the next mace here. I bring up 4 Horsemen Mythic Legions only because with like Mezcos, and Mezcos in general, they just really go well. I'll bring one out when we do comparisons, but is the next mace the lion? It's like a lion head, so it could go with the what's his name? Leodis. Some of the names for Mythic Legions are cool, and some of them it seems like they just like hit random keys on a keyboard. Like, you ever play Warcraft and hit the name randomizer and it's like 8 consonants and 1 vowel? It's like that. It's just like, what's going on with some of these names? They're so hard to pronounce and remember, but some of them are epic. Heaven's Brand. Here's a little dagger. Again, well painted. Weathered, I should say. Well, yeah, same thing. Nice, really nice paint on that hilt there. The straps, I know that's hard to do. That lace kind of paintwork. Don't let that go. It holds that pretty tight. And lastly, I think I like this the best, even though we kind of got this already with Death Dealer, is the axe. But you know what? Now I have 2, and dual wielding axes is, I'm not going to complain about that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's weathered, painted, sculpted. Just really nice, really nice. And finally, I know it comes with a decent amount for a little accessory set. Oh, he's not holding that too well. Come on, guy. Here we go. He comes with blood effects. Mezco blood effects. I know, again, we've gotten some of these before, but I'm always down for more blood effects. You know, it's nice to buy a figure that includes blood effects, that I have to go to another company and get third-party blood effects or whatever. But they're still great. I'm not knocking those companies at all, but it's just nice to get it with a figure that, you know, like a power set, skill set, whatever. Yeah, these go on. This is like a chopping. Is it gonna stay? It was staying before. There we go. Could get in the groove there. That's like you know what I mean? So that's pretty good. And then this one could also go on the sword, which I'll show you. It's like a whoosh, like coming out from the side, like gutting you. Oh man. All right, let me put this one on the sword. Let's get him posed up for a minute. Something like he's coming in for the swing. I don't really have the correct left hand on him for this, but I think I could kind of make it work. No wire in the cape. That would have made it a little bit more dynamic. But also, it would have messed up its flow here, how it hangs. But yeah, definitely, maybe just one wire in the bottom would have helped flare that out, give it a little more. Man, this is a terrible pose, goodness gracious. Let's do he's coming from the top. There we go, it's a little better. It's just his swing. Okay, and now the sword. also. There's like a little hole in the top there. And that's on there, nice and secure. Nice, so nice. All right, let's get into some quick comparisons. See how it stacks up. I mean, it's basically the Conan figure, but it's a little different now. So we talked about him a lot. Let's bring him out for the comparison. Is the Death Dealer, which is so awesome. So awesome. I love the chainmail in the back. It's like super heavy. They're definitely, Mezco's definitely see the dirt on there. You know, it's they're definitely bringing it home. And then let's bring in a Mythic Legion with one of the new head sculpts on there. Again, now is that dust or is that does he have something, a little painted dust on there? I'd take it, like goodness. Yeah, not bad, but they look ridiculously good together. Wow. I'm enjoying that. Yeah, it's man, I almost don't want to swap that out, but let's do it for the sake of the video. Here's a custom Jedi I did with the just a makeshift robe and the Obi-Wan body and the Valaverse Steel Brigade head sculpt, I believe that is. And do I have another one there? Let's bring in, speaking of Valaverse, let's bring in Pandora. See, it scales pretty well. Star Wars is a little too small. It always runs too small. Then you have a Marvel Legend, like this one, which is huge. You know, a lot of ladies, I've been collecting a lot of more female figures lately because I've noticed my collection's not too much lacking, but definitely an overwhelming male population. Let's throw in some Mezcos, more Mezcos. Here's Cousin Eddie with a custom Billy Butcher head sculpt from Custom Jobbers. I've reviewed, they did the Peacemaker figure, which I reviewed before. And they do really good work. Here's a Punchline with the Custom Caves head sculpt. See, I like supporting everybody, you know. Mezco's in my backyard, neighbors and fellow artists and whoever. Let's bring in, I was gonna say John Wick. He's on the brain. Came out this weekend when this is being shot. John Constantine, played by the same guy too, but this is the comic version. I'm all over the place. My brain's just everywhere today. All right, let's bring in McFarlane, Superwoman. I like their McFarlane's Amazonian ladies. And let's bring in Figure Arts Venom, because they kind of, Conan and Venom are on like the Savage Avengers, I believe. So that kind of, he like goes right off the screen. Venom and Superwoman here would be a good fight. But yeah, actually, and one more. Besley Itachi on a Bandai America, Target, or Walmart, whatever. Domestic Itachi body. Will Venom stand? Yes, Venom will stand. But yeah, scales well, of course. Well, you kind of could have predicted that. But he is, well, I can't really say the figure, but these accessories really changed him up a lot. I like that a lot. Couldn't be happier with this set. I'm looking forward to King Conan. But like I said in the beginning of the video, I would definitely prefer double joints. It's time for the upgrade. You can't really do the split without that splitting, but definitely needs the upgrade there, just especially with that whole setup, because that is a little ridiculous. Because, you know, I hate having to take apart my figures and mod them and fix them, especially when they're so expensive. You know, expect that with a cheaper figure, but they you don't do anything with those. So definitely need some upgrades, some different plastics or whatever they need to do behind the scenes. I'm sure they will, because all the other figures have been pretty good. I cannot complain. Hope you enjoyed the video. And keep fighting.